Hey everyone, Sapan Doshi, Product Manager at Bolin Technology here, and we're at NAB 2025 taking a look at what Bolin has to offer. So here we have the R9 418N. This camera supports not just NDI high bandwidth and HX3, but it's on the latest NDI 6 standards, and therefore it supports NDI embedded bridge as well. We've got our new KBD 1020N controller over here that supports NDI, VSCA over IP, VSCA over serial RS-232, and 422, as well as on-VIF control. Any PTZ camera that supports any of those protocols can be controlled using this controller. You'll see a button over here that says roll, zoom. I'm gonna point that out later, but the roll function is an interesting function I'll point out in a bit. The EG40N is our NDI high bandwidth and HX3 decoder. It's a full IP decoder, meaning you can decode RT-SP, RT-MP, SRT, and MPEG-TS, all from the decoder. It also has a built-in scaler. We have our 2, 6, and 7 series right here. It's full HD with a 20x zoom. You can do, like I said, SDA out of it, HDMI out of it, all the IP streams, NDI HX3. Also has a USB-C output port, so you can use it as a webcam and easily bring it into applications like vMix. It's got a built-in color matrix and line-in audio as well. Moving on to our N6 420X, it supports 4K 60 frames per second, and that is across the HDMI, the NDI, and the IP streams. So it does NDI HX3, it has a 20x zoom, supports NDI HX3, HDMI, USB-C, as well as an IP stream, has color matrix built in, as well as line-in audio. Now, lastly over here, we have the D2 210H standing in for our 2 series of cameras. We have these available as B2s, D2s, and N2s. Now you're wondering what the D is for. That is Dante AV-H. We have both a 210 and 220 model, so either a 10x or 20x zoom in full HD, with HDMI, USB-C, and IP outputs, in addition to 3G SDI on the 220 models. It's also got a color matrix as well as line-in audio. And moving over to the Dante AV side of our booth, we make not just our Dante AV Ultra cameras, but also Dante AV Ultra encoders and decoders. Supports HDMI 2.0 in and can output up to 12G SDI as well as HDMI 2.0. You can subscribe Dante sources directly to the decoder. Next to it, we also have our EG40DH decoder. This features all the same benefits of our EG40N, except it supports Dante AV-H and decode. So you can do both HDMI and 12G SDI with those scalers built in. You can also do RT-SP, RT-MP, SRT, and MPEG-TS, all being decoded by this simple little box, and it shows up perfectly in your Dante controller environment. Now we move on to one of the flagship portions of Bolin's booth at NAB 2025, our virtual production set. We're using the 3D data to come into Xsymmetry's virtual production software that's running right here on the side, and it is taking the video from our virtual production set where you see Simon. It's going into our computer. We're keying out the background and adding this virtual set that you see behind him. And as you can see, we're gonna move this around and the set remains perfectly in place. And again, this is just a simple little demonstration but showcases the powerful features that Bolin's cameras with 3D can give you. The last part of Bolin's booth to talk about is our entire outdoor line of products. There's a special feature we want to show off, and it's our roll axis. So the roll axis is available in our SD530 and our EX1030 cameras, our standard dome and pillar style cameras. So what we can go ahead and do is rotate the image up to 15 degrees left or right to correct for any mismatched alignment when it came to mounting or just capturing a unique angle. We've also went ahead and upgraded the image block, which features our super image stabilization, and we've also made it a much easier process to mount with a quick release mechanism, making it truly a camera that is fit for a modern production. So we have the EX1030 over here, our pillar style camera. Again, upgraded image block with super image stabilizer, nitrogen filled so it prevents any condensation from building up on the lenses. Now both of these cameras have a continuous 360-degree pan and varying tilt limits, full HD with a 30x zoom and a full Sony image block. So a really powerful solution. This isn't necessarily a new demo for NAB, but it still gets people every time, and it's our super image stabilizer. Now again, this is a full HD camera in our both R9 230 and EXU 230 cameras. Full HD with a 30x zoom, Sony image block, The EX Ultras, just like our SD and EXs, are fully IP67 rated. They perform excellent in the low light because of their Starvis sensor, and that super image stabilizer just looks fantastic. And if we crank this up even more, it just gets better. You can see this thing is rapidly shaking, but that image stabilizer in the camera is turning this into a much more usable image. And the last thing we got to show on our booth over here is our EXU248N PTZ camera, high bandwidth, and HX3, has an integrated tally light. And you'll see a little microphone attached to the bottom down here. And that is because you can do balanced XLR audio, including phantom power feeding directly into the camera. Now, the EX Ultra has a variety of inputs to support it. You got up to dual 3G, 6G, or 12G SDI, depending on the model you choose. Genlock in, optical SDI, HDMI 2.0, which is independent from the SDI, so you can have that set to a different resolution. And then a network port, which can be used not just for PoE++ power, but also pass video over IP, as well as pass control data for VSCA over IP as well. And that brings us to the front of the booth where we started. Thank you for taking a look at Bolin Technology's booth at NAB 2025. To learn more, please visit bolintechnology.com, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thank you.